Welcome, Never Betters, to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan, and this is Buddy Sherman. We are so grateful you're here. So today I've prepared a 45-minute Vinyasa flow yoga class for you, all about movement and message. In the flow, we're going to move in and out of different variations of pigeon pose. The message is about how to be vulnerable. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, push the bell for future notifications, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get after the best version of you today. If you follow me at Never Better Yoga on Spotify, we're going to go ahead and press the start button all together right now for today's playlist and class. Then come with me. We're going to come down onto our mat. We're going to start today in child's pose. So just let your knees go nice and wide. Bring your big toes together. And then if it works for you, just walk your arms out in front of your body and bow your head down. Now, if that were too much in any way, shape, or form, just know that you could bend your arms, stack your fists, and rest your forehead upon your fists, or even a block or a prop of sorts. Could keep your forearms down, whatever serves you best today. But when you get there, Balasana, child's pose, close your eyes. Collectively, all together, let's take a nice deep breath in, even filling your back body. Sip it in, sip it in, sip it in. Cap it off and sigh it out your mouth. Just allowing that exhalation to help you wipe the slate clear for today's practice. Whatever it took for you to get here today. Beginning with a little stop, a little pause, a chance to slow your breath down. This is a very grounding, stabilizing posture, and at any time during your practice, know that you always have the freedom to come back to this place. Now lifting your forehead up, your hands are going to walk all the way off of your mat over to the right side. Drop the right forearm, left hand places a pressing motion right on top of the right hand. And then see if you can draw a long line of energy from your left pinky finger to your left pinky toe. Lifting back up, travel over into the opposite direction. So the left side of your mat, you're walking your hands right off. Left forearm down, right hand presses on top of the left. And let your right sit bone head back towards your right heel to really lengthen the right side of your body out. And then travel back to the center. Walking your hands right in beneath your shoulders, rising up onto your knees and shins, keeping your big toes together. Can you dip your hips with your arms extended and look up, stretching the front side of your body? Just a nice, easy stretch. Now shift back, child's pose, on the exhalation. Now we're going to move through those two postures. So on the inhalation, draw your heart right through the gateway of your arms, visualizing tapping the top of your head with your toes. And then push back, exhaling, hips toward heels. Inhale, rise up. Dip the hips, stretch the front side of your body out. Exhale, draw up and back. Child's pose just 2 more times. Inhaling on the rise, tapping the top. Exhaling on the descend. As you ascend up, last time, breathe in. Tap the top of your head in your mind's eye. Exhale, breathe out, shift back, child's pose. This time, rise up, hands and knees, and move through cat and cow. So you're going to really push the earth away with your hands, your Surya Hasta Sun hands. They can be spread nice and wide, letting a very mindful connection of your index finger and thumb knuckle be rooted down. If you can see your shins or your ankles or your feet, see if you can hide them behind your quads, just finding a little better alignment. And then that spinal wave of exhaling as you draw your navel into your spine and inhaling as you melt. Then go ahead and lift the right leg up behind your body. Stretch the left arm forward for bird dog. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, stretch it long. Exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, stretch it long. Send your left thumb down. Bend the right leg. Now maybe you catch the hand and foot. No catch, no worries. If you've got it, let your heart lift. Breathe. Beautiful. Now, release it. Cross the right leg over the left. Drop your forearms down and circle your hips around. So you've got the left knee in front. The knees are kind of knocking together, and you're just rotating a little circular motion in the hips. And see if you can even get some side stretches by really pushing back, almost creating a little cat on the back side of the circle, coming back around and even dipping the heart for a little cow. Then reverse that direction. There is no rush, no hurry. If there's any nooks and crannies that need a little extra stretch from you or a little extra hold, feel free to do so. And then as you bring your hands back so you can lift your arms up, swing the right leg right around. So it's going to come right up to the top of your mat. Your left knee is still down. Now just use the right foot to kind of mahat, which means you're going to be on the pinky edge side of the right foot. It's very active, but you're opening up that right hip. Left hand stays down. Right hand can even assist as your heart moves in the opposite direction. So you're doing a little rock back and forth as the left hip flexor dips. Now, if you want more, go ahead and sweep the right arm back, maybe bend the left leg and capture it as you open your heart. Release that connection. Draw back as the left hip stacks over the left knee. Dig the right heel in. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, fold down. Your hands are inside the right leg. The right leg is on the 45-degree angle. Now swing the right leg back. Walk your hands back to your thighs as you tuck your toes under. And go ahead and lace your hands and circle them around. So you're going to lift your hips off your heels as you rise up. Reverse that direction as you come back down. Do that again. Rise up, breathe in, little mobility in the wrists. And then breathe out as you come back down. Now take an old-fashioned wrist stretch. So right hand comes to the left four fingers, flip your hand inside out. Just nice and gentle. And then reverse it. Stretching out the forearm, the wrist, the palm of your hands. And then as you sweep your arms out and up, breathe in. Take your hands, brush and sweep as you bow down, breathe out. Let your wings sweep back. Use your core, come back up, breathe in, palms lift, turn the palms over, brush and sweep, bow down. Rise back up, breathe in, look up, exhale, brush and sweep, bow down, breathe out. One last time. Inhale, rise up, breathe in, exhale, brush and sweep, breathe out. This time when you rise up, stay up, tee your arms like goalposts and open your heart. Now lace your hands behind your back, retract your shoulders, hug your inner thighs in, and stretch your gaze high. Release as you bend at the waist, hands come down. Shift your shoulders over the wrists. Go chin, chest, belly as you slither right onto your mat prone, letting your hands come off of your mat. So you're going to tense your finger pads. Now push the finger pads down to lift your upper body up, but pull your chin in, shrug your shoulders, and then roll them up and around as you lift your heart. Should feel good. Opening the front body, lower back down. Now let's do that again. Finger pads really push into the earth. It's like you're holding a tennis ball underneath your hands. Pull your chin in, shrug your shoulders, then roll them up and around as you lift. Beautiful. Now, hands draw back by your ribs, push up and back, all the way to child's pose, hips to heels. Back to the very beginning. Rise up, keep your big toes together, dip your hips, tap the top of your head. Are you starting to feel more pliable, more flexible, warmer as you move your breath through your body? Breathing in and then breathing out. 2 more times, 2 more sets. Breathe in, tap the top of your head, your third eye, and your mind's eye. Exhale back, child's pose. 1 more time. Rise up, breathe in, tap the top of the head. Breathe out, back to child's pose. Rise up, hands and knees. Stretch the left leg back this time. Bird dog, right arm goes forward. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale, stretch it long from the front to the back of your mat. Exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, stretch it long, thumb down, bend the left leg, maybe catch the hand and foot, and then lift your heart. No worries if we don't catch it. Heading in that direction. Right hand down, left leg sneaks behind the right. Forearms come down. Go back to that circular motion with the hips. Circle around. Yeah, really getting some mobility into the hip joints, the back side of your rib cage. You can find motion in stretching those intercostal muscles in between your ribs. And then reverse that direction. And again, if there's any areas that need more attention from you, always take the liberty to stay a little bit longer in certain spots. See if you can almost iron out any areas that might have energy that's stuck. We are wrapping up our series today, Revolution of the Soul. Radical change of the soul, which is our mind, our will, and our emotions. The book by Sean Korn. Yeah, it's really had some real pearls of wisdom. Today we're going to kind of tap into some tips on how to become vulnerable. Taking off our mask, really revealing our real self and not worrying about what others think about who we really are. Not worrying about disappointing others and just being more authentic. So Oprah Winfrey puts it this way. She says, vulnerability is the key to unlocking authenticity and fulfillment. Now rise up. Hands are now beneath your shoulders. You're going to swing that left leg around to the outside edge of your mat. Now the left foot is going to be on the 45-degree angle. Just very gently start to work that left hip open. Now, right hand stays down, right hip flexor really stretches towards the earth as you take the left inner thigh away. Now, if you want more, sweep the left arm back, bend the right leg, and open up. Breathe. Now releasing, draw the right hip to stack over the right knee. Dig the left heel in. Hands are inside the left leg. Lift the heart, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge and fold. So this little modified runner stretch. It gets a little different area of that left hamstring. Keep the divot of the heel digging into the earth, and the left toes flared out. Now this time, plant the left foot, hop the right leg up. It's going to bring you to a wide-legged fold at the top of your mat. Knees are going to be soft, hands are going to capture each bicep, and you're going to hang in ragdoll with a little sway. Yeah, a little side-to-side shift. Now in this ragdoll posture, the crown of your head is heavy. Go ahead and hold up in the center and gently shake it out. Any kind of angst, any kind of worry, any kind of fear, any kind of doubt. Just let it spill right from in between your ears, right out onto your mat. Any kind of emotion that could possibly hinder your practice today. With all of the uncertainty swirling around us, just let anything that could hinder spill right out onto your mat. And then move your head back and forth with that yes, knowing that you have arrived here today. No coincidence that you unrolled your mat. You are exactly where you belong. Now release your hands down, pop your right heel up, spin open to the left, maybe stacking your shoulders or left hand on your left hip. You choose, you decide. Now if you want more than that, left hand small the back or even possibly right thigh. And I want you just to move forward and back, just a couple inches. You might even pull the left toes up. And then you might even lift the left heel, but it's a very slight back and forth movement. Beautiful. Now release it, lower the right heel down. Go ahead and pop the left heel up, working the arch of the foot as you draw the left hip back. Left hand in the center. You could always put your left hand on a block, right hand on hip. Go ahead and levitate, stacking your shoulders, or maybe even half bound, wrapping on top of the left thigh, or small of your back, or no bound. Now, right toes might come up, right heel might come up. A back and forth rock. Then release it all. Go ahead and take your hands to your shins, keeping your legs wide. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, elbows go wide, pull yourself together. Do that 2 more times. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hinge and fold into Uttanasana. 1 last time. Halfway lift, use your breath to breathe in. Exhale, use your breath to breathe out. Now, root to rise. Come all the way to standing at the top of your mat. Lace your hands inside out. Soften your elbows. Lift up and over to the right. Stay over to the right. Right hand comes to your right hip. Left arm comes up and over even a little bit more. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Lace both hands behind your back. Let your index fingers go long. Retract your shoulders. Look up. Release your arms back up. Intertwine your hands inside out. Soften your elbows. Lean up and over to the left. Breathe. Left hand on your hip. Right arm up and overhead. Nice side bend. Now, as your arms come up, heel toe your feet all the way together as you cascade right on down over your legs. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Go ahead and step back to downward facing dog. Right leg steps, left leg joins. Pedaling through your feet a little bit, shifting your heels right to left. Maybe shifting your hips and even your side body. Now, in your down dog, walk your feet in about 6 inches, and your feet are still the distance of your hips. Now, take the right hand to the outside of something on the left leg. It dives under. It could be more toward the heel, could be the calf, could be the thigh. Now another option, balancing on the left hand and foot, you could pick the right leg up. Now release the right hand back. If the right leg is not lifted, go ahead and lift it. And then roll open at the hip. Bend the knee, flex the foot, spread the toes, and circle the right foot right around the ankle. Reverse that direction. And then pull the right knee to the right tricep. Stretch it back, long, straight, and strong. Right knee, left tricep. Stretch it up and back, roll open at the hip. Draw the right knee right up the center line. Step it forward for modified revolve lunge. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Now, right hand back, left arm forward. Circle around, warrior 2. Whoo, yes. Stargazer, heels in, toes out, gaze up. Now, kick your heels out, lace your hands behind your back. Let your heart lift. Soften your knees, cascade, keep your hands laced as you fold over your legs. Release the laced hands, right hand down, twist open to the left. Left hand down, twist open to the right. Both hands down, heel, toe, or jump your feet together and come down onto your knees. Rise up, breathe in. Tee your arms, breathe out. Bring your hands together right in front. Heart center. Left leg comes out. Bend into the left leg. Woo! Come back no-handed. Right leg on the 45. Bend into the right. Beautiful. Come back. Hands come down. Now you can either tuck your toes under and step back out to a wide or do a little hop. Rise back up, stargazer. Now, side angle. Bend the right leg, right forearm, right femur bone, left arm up and overhead. Now pull the left elbow in as your hips shift back and then circle around. So exhale, draw it in. Inhale, expand and lengthen. Exhale, draw it in. Yeah, get that mobility in the left arm. And then hold up, left arm up and overhead. Maybe right hand reaches to the outside of the right leg, or maybe you stay with forearm to femur bone. Now, look at the right foot, float up, half moon pose. Right hand reaches over and out, left leg lifts. Maybe capturing a Chapasana connection. If you've got it, release it to the L shape and then barrel roll around. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Maybe a Chapasana connection on your revolved half moon. Release it slowly. Step back to a low lunge. Now, heel toe the right foot back, left hand down, left foot pinky edge side in the middle of the mat, right arm up and overhead as you make a rainbow. Now, exhale, lower your hips towards the earth, look to the back of the house. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, come back down. This time, hold. Inhale, rise up and hold. Come around, high plank. You can move from high plank down to your mat, or you could go knees, chin, chest, belly, rising up, cobra or up dog, taking your hips up and back for down dog. Yeah, go back to a little pedaling through your feet, shifting your hips side to side, and then walk your feet in just a little bit to this time take the left hand to the outside of the right leg. Somewhere. So a little twisted down dog. Feel free to stay right here or pick up the sole of the left foot. It's quite a balancing routine because you're on the same right hand and right foot. Left arm reaches back. Keep the left leg up, or if it's not lifted, lift it up and then roll open at the hip. Circle your foot right around your ankle. Reverse that direction. Then go ahead, left inner knee, upper tricep. Inhale, stretch it back, long, straight and strong. Left knee, right tricep. Stretch it up and back, roll open at the hip. Knee to nose, come right into modified revolve lunge. Right hand down, left arm lifts. Now, left arm reaches back, spin to the outer edge of the right foot. Right arm forward, circle up and around, second warrior. There you go. Turn it into stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. Now kick your heels out, tee your arms, and expand your heart. Lace your hands behind your back, retract your shoulders, look up. Soften the knees, bend at the waist, hinge and fold. Left hand down, right arm lifts. Right hand down, left arm lifts. Both hands down, either heel, toe your feet together and just come down on your knees and shins. Then rise back up, right on both knees, breathe in. Take the right leg out, tee the arms and bend. Bring it back to the center, hands to heart center. Left leg out, tee the arms and dip. One more time each side. Right side, back to the center, left side. Now this time, hold up on knees and shins. Tee the arms, slip your hands in your back pockets. Come to camel, Ustrasana. Reach back, heart lifts. Now, lower the hips to the heels, hands come down, either jump or step back out to the wide-legged fold. Rise up, breathe in. Right hand, left wrist, side bend. Left hand, right wrist, side bend. Pivot the left foot to the front of the house, left forearm, left femur bone. Right arm up and overhead, side angle pose. Draw the right elbow in, circle it up and around. Now get that left knee tracking over the second and third toe. Draw it in and up. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand. If you want more, maybe it's left hand outside the left leg. Maybe you use a block. And then go ahead, look at the left big toe, float up, half moon pose. Open up. So being vulnerable, how do we be vulnerable? Maybe capture the right hand and foot. Taking off those masks, not worrying about what anybody else is going to think about the real you. Release as you come into that L shape. I think we don't want to disappoint people. So that fear is that we're going to disappoint people if we expose ourselves, revolved half moon. And if we worry about the exposure, it makes us distant from other people. And we want to do the opposite. Release that connection in revolved half moon. Step back, modified revolved lunge. Heel toe the left foot all the way back. So it's going to create a kickstand. Look down at the right outer edge of your foot. Right hand down, left leg kickstand, left arm up and over, right hip lifts. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise up, breathe in. Exhale, lower back down, breathe out. One last time, stay up this time. Breathe in, come back around, high plank. Either move through Vinyasa or go knees, chin, chest, belly, slither down. Offer your heart up, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, hips draw up and back, down dog. Right leg lifts, roll open at the hip. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale, stretch it back. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale, stretch it up and back, roll open at the hip. Stay or flip inside out for wild thing. Right arm up and over. Bring it around, kiss the right kneecap. Modified revolved lunge. Right arm back, root down through the outer edge of the left foot. Second warrior. There you go. Stargazer. Heels in, toes out, gaze up. This time, warrior two, back of the house. Flip the left palm for peace. Straighten the left leg. Right hand catches the left wrist. Dig the left heel in. Spin it around for a side bend to the front of the house. Now, pivot the right foot to the front of the house. Brush and sweep up. Airplane, top of the house, balance on the right leg. Woo! Draw the left knee in. Crane. Cross the left leg over the right. Standing pigeon. You got it. Breathe. Now, release left foot to right, brush and sweep, rise up, hook your thumbs, open up. Flex the hands, brush and sweep. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, brush and sweep. Inhale, open. One more time, a little more energy. Inhale, rise up, expose, be vulnerable, be humble, cascade down right over your legs. Inhale and lengthen, step or float your body back. Moving on through Vinyasa. Being humble, just admitting that we're human and that we make mistakes. Can you imagine that? Oh my goodness. Left leg lifts. Roll open at the hip. You've got this. Inner knee, upper tricep, tap it. Inhale, stretch it back long, straight and strong. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale, stretch it up and back. Roll open at the hip. Stay or flip, inside out for wild thing. Be compassionate. Bring it around, kiss your left kneecap toward others. Step it up, modified revolve lunge. Be honest. Left arm back, root up and around, warrior two. Give up that need to be perfect. Inhale, rise up, stargazer, look up. Things are looking up. You've got this. Warrior two, back of the house. Flip the right palm for peace. Straighten the right leg. Left hand, right wrist. Lift up and back. Dig the right heel in. It allows you to pivot on the right foot. Stretch to the front of the house. Pivot to the front of the house. Prepare to launch. Brush and sweep. Take off. Airplane. Draw the right knee in, crane. Stand tall. Right leg over the left thigh bone. Standing pigeon. Release it into chair. Arms forward, tailbone back. Lower all the way down, right onto your back, palms down, legs up, head down, palms down, hips down. Viparita Karani. Now from here, bend your legs, lace your hands, roll right around on your back. Now reverse that direction, being humble and kind. Helps us become more vulnerable, revealing more of our true self. Helps our relationships, not fearing that exposure. Not worrying about the disappointment, but just being true and authentic with things that are going on, and just knowing that that authenticity helps us reveal our authentic true selves. Reverse the direction. And then rock up to wrap your arms around your shins. Point your toes, balance. Now lift your legs up for high boat. Woo! Now lower down to hover. Come back up. Now move it out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Breathe and move. Lift the heart, shift the gaze, look up. Breathe in and out. Being open, letting others see you as you are. Being present. Focus on the moment without avoiding or worrying about what others think. Now stay up, high boat. Plant your feet. Hands go back, thumbs in, pinky fingers out. Roll your shoulder heads up and back, lift up, reverse tabletop. Lower your hips down, cross over at the ankles, roll up and around, downward facing dog. Now right knee, right wrist, right heel, top of the left thigh bone. Inch your way down for an ooey gooey pigeon. Breathe. Just being present, accepting the risk, being willing to even be heard or be judged, but being true. Now, is there something you're hanging on to in your hips that you could soften into? Creating that humility in your life. It's not so much thinking less of yourself, it's thinking about yourself less. Humble and kind. Where can you soften? Issues in our tissues, let them melt away by choice. Now, as you start to bring yourself back up, we're going to find pigeon on the other side, so you can just switch. You could come back to down dog and pedal through your feet. Whatever you choose, just take your time. Left knee, left wrist. If your left hip is high, maybe you want to either use a block or some sort of prop under that left hip as you go ahead and create this ooey gooey pigeon posture. Being vulnerable can help us develop self-awareness, self-observation, and it actually creates a stronger sense of self when we don't have to hide things. When we can just be at face value, not worrying so much about disapproval or about what others think or about being judged or whatever. Where can you soften? What can you let go of that you're hanging on to, that you're hiding from? What can you reveal in your life, in your relationships, that can bring more truth into your life, more humility, and allow us to become vulnerable? Now, when you're ready, just help yourself back up. We're going to come right around as you swing the right leg around and bring yourself right onto your back to find Happy baby. Hands to the outside edges of your feet. Just making a little shift right and left. Just finding your tailbone headed towards the earth. Then hug your right shin in, left leg long, and just wrap a nice hug as you twist up and over to the left, but look over in the opposite direction to the right. Nice and slow, come back onto your back and reverse. Left shin in, right leg long. Wrap that hug across and look over to the left side of the house. And then as you unravel that posture, slip right into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Just letting your feet splay out, maybe tucking your shoulders in, letting your palms face skyward, and just giving yourself full and complete permission to rest. And I invite you to just turn the video off if you would be able to stay here maybe 5, 10, 15, even 20 minutes today. I know that I know we will reconnect again. And if you're coming with me, just slowly bring your hands and your feet back into a little movement with your fingers and your hands rolling around your wrists, your toes, and your feet rolling right around your ankles. And then as you make that transition over onto your side in that fetal position, just go ahead and help yourself back up to a comfortable sweet seat called Sukhasana. Slipping your hands beneath your kneecaps, begin to trace that circular motion as you anchor yourself right into the earth as you move through your week, that grounding, stabilizing sensation, even as we are vulnerable, revealing and being truthful about things that are either going on or things in our life, rather than hiding. We just come out of that place to find us able to create more authentic relationships and also have more authenticity, self-awareness, self-observation in our own life. It unlocks. Vulnerability can unlock. It's the key to unlocking that authenticity. Reverse that direction. Breathing continually into your back body, circling back around that root chakra that keeps us grounded in the midst of a turbulent world, turbulent times. Just staying grounded and rooted, not being moved and swayed to and from. Hold up in the center, sweep your hands out, breathe in, look up, collect your purpose for today's practice right into your heart as you make that choice to become more vulnerable this week, creating a true authenticity of yourself and your relationships creates a deeper connection with our family, friends, and loved ones. Let's look up and finish off with one Om to home. Sip your breath in. Home. Now go on out and be a blessing. Namaste.